Hey everybody, I hope that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 6 English lesson on regular plural nouns. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 6. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of regular plural nouns. All right. So our chapter is regular plural nouns. Our subject is English language arts. We're doing grade 6. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of regular plural nouns, it's to form plurals of nouns ending in F, ending in FE, ending in O, as well as ending in Y. And also it is to form and use plurals of nouns ending in fe, o, and y. So that is going to be our lessons for today under the chapter of regular plural nouns. All right. So when it comes to regular plural nouns, right? Our plural nouns, if we look at the word plural, right? Plural means anything that is two or more. That is plural. So anything that is two or more is plural. So if we talk about regular plural nouns, or let's say firstly, if we break down that word regular, we break down plural and we break down noun. Plural mean anything that is two or more. A noun, right? It names a person, it names a place, it names an animal, it names a thing, right? So when we talk about plural nouns, and we're talking about two or more people, two or more places, two or more things, two or more animals that we are talking about or we're making mention of, right? And then when it comes to regular plural nouns, with regular plural nouns, right, it is where we say that you need to follow a specific rule when it comes to adding certain things. Like if we have one of something, but now if we have more than that specific thing, like for example, plural, then it means that we need to stick to the rule of maybe adding is, adding es, adding est, for example, right? That is how regular plural nouns mean, or specifically regular. It's like you stick to a specific rule. There's like a rule that says, in order for you to show that there's more than one of that specific things, you need to add in order to make it plural. That is regular plural nouns. All right. And if we look at the first one, right, it says if you form or to form, so not if you form, but to form the plural most nouns, we add an is, right? So in order to basically show plural, right? Because remember, we said plural is anything that is two or more, then usually we add an is. For example, we have one bag, but if we have two, then we say we have two bags. We have one bowl, but anything that is more than one, we can say it's two or more bowls, for example. One tree, or we can say we have two trees. So if you look at the last word, it ends in is, right? That is basically to show that we are, or it's basically where we form the plural of most of the nouns, where we basically just add an is to show that there's more than that, more, two or more of that specific thing. All right. So now remember we said that our lesson is to form plurals of nouns ending in if, e, o, and y. Right. So if a noun, meaning if a noun or a word, remember a noun names a person, names a place, names a thing, names an animal, right? So if a noun ends either in s, it ends in ch, sh, x, or z, then we need to add es to make it plural. So that is the rule. The rule is that if the noun ends in s, ch, sh, x, or z, then we need to add es to make it plural. Plural. That's the rule. And that is why I was saying when it comes to plural nouns, when it comes to regular plural nouns, then with regular means that you need to follow a specific rule. All right. And if we look at an example, right? If we look at least at one example of words that ends in s, ch, sh, x, or z, and where we need to add an es to make it plural. Let's say, for example, bush. Look at bush. Bush ends in sh. I have one bush. One bush. And as you can see, bush ends in sh. But now, if I say two, then I'm going to add an es to the word bush to make it plural. So now I have one bush, but two bushes. And as you can see, there we have the word bush, and we added es to that word to make it plural. So one bush, two or more bushes. If you look at another word, box, I have one box. Remember they said if the word ends in x. One box. Then we can say we have two or more. Remember we need to add es, boxes. And there our word ends with es. And that now shows that there's more than one boxes. If you look at the word that ends in ch, where we can maybe say one church ends in ch. If we want to show that there's more than one church, then we can say churches. And what did we add? Es. And that is to make it plural. Right? So that is a few examples of nouns that ends with s, ch, sh, x, or z. And then all we have to do is we add an es to that words to make it plural, to show that there's two or more of those things. Right? Guys, before I continue, are we okay? Do we still understand? Can I repeat? Can I continue? Sorry. Or should I go over it again? All right, so we're going to continue. Now it says if a noun ends in the consonant Y, so if a noun ends in the word or consonant Y, then all you have to do is you need to drop the Y, that last letter, drop the last letter Y, and you need to add IES to make it plural. For example, we have one baby, and you see baby ends with a Y. But now if we want to show that there's more than one baby, then we have the word baby, but now we drop the Y. So we're not going to add the Y. We are not going to add IES to show that there's more than one babies. So one baby, more than one babies. The same with family. So family. If you want to make mention of more than one family, remember we said we drop the Y. So here we have the word family. We drop the Y and we add IES to show that there's more than one families. And not lastly yet. And if a noun ends in if, or a noun ends in fe, and maybe that if sound changes to v when it is plural, then we need to drop the f or drop the fe, and we are going to add ves to make it plural. For example, one wolf, two or more wolves. And the reason why we put VES is because even if you hear the word wolf, one wolf, but now if you make mention of more than one wolf, and then the wording changes to wolves, so which means that we then drop the F or the FE, and then we add VES. All right. And then if a noun also ends in F or FE, and the plural form keeps the F sound, then all we do is we add an F. For example, one chef, more than one chefs. We didn't say chefs, we said chefs. So that F stays there, and all we do is we add an S. All right. And then lastly, if a noun ends in O, like tomato, potato, tornado. So if a noun ends in O, then usually all we have to do is add an S to make it plural. However, if we add ES, right? However, we need to add ES for the following. For example, tomato, potato, hero, echo, tornado, volcano, and mango. We need to add es for these specific words. Whereas with all the other words, we'll maybe just say one piano, two pianos, and we add an s. But when it comes to tomato, we add es to make the word show plural. So we add tomatoes, as you can see, es. Potatoes gonna look the same. Heroes, OES, echoes, ES, tornadoes, volcanoes, and mangoes, GOES. Right? All right. So now we're going to A plus students.ca, and we're going to form plurals of nouns ending in F, E, O, and Y. All right, so we're going to type the missing word. And if we type the missing word, right, the first one I'll do with you because it's already given. They say potato plus ES. So potato plus ES. And if we write potato plus ES, then it means that we're going to say potato and we added the ES. How are we gonna, we said with families, right? One family with the Y. How are you going to write families to show there is plural for families? It says family minus the Y plus the IES. How are we going to write that word? And if we were to write the plural of family, then we will say it's families. All right, so now we're going to our test, right, where we are going to form plurals of nouns ending in F, FE, O, and Y. All right, so we need to type the missing word, zoo plus S. We need to type the missing word, zoo plus S. Zoo plus S, is it option one, zoos, or option two, zoos? Which one is correct? So option one, zoos, or option two, zoos. You need to give me the correct option. Either option one or option two, not both, only one option. Which one is correct? All right, and if we choose the correct option, then yes, we'll go with option one, which is zoos, because it is zoo plus S, shows plural for zoos. We need to type the missing word canopy, one canopy, right? Here they say we need to minus the Y, drop the Y, add IES. So which means that we have one canopy, but we have more than one. Do we say more than one canopies, option one, or canopy, option two? Which one is correct? The plural of canopy. So the plural of canopy. So option one, canopies, or option two, canopy. And if we were to choose the correct option, then yes, we will choose canopies because we have one canopy with a Y. But if we want to show the plural form, we drop the Y and we add the IES for canopies. So well done. All right, the next one. We have one wife. One wife, all right? But now the plural of wife, is it option one, wife, or option two, wives? One wife, more than one, or two or more wives. So option one or option two. Which one is correct? So one wife, two or more wives. Option one or option two. And if we were to choose the correct option, then we will say our correct option is wives, right? Because we have one wife, but more than one wives. And remember, we said that if the pronunciation of the word sounds as if it's got the V sound, then it means that we drop the FE and we add VES. Wives. Well done. Option two is correct. All right, we need to type the missing word monkey. We have one monkey, but two or more monkeys. Is it option one, monkey, or option two, monkeys? Which one is correct? Option one for monkey, or option two for monkeys? So option one, monkey, option two, monkeys. And if we were to choose the correct option, we will go with option two, which is one monkey, more than one monkeys. All right, and the last one, chief. We have one chief, right? But if we want to show that there's more than one chiefs, do we add an S only? Or do we say it stays option one, chief, or it changes to option two, chiefs. Which one is correct? Option one, chief, or option two, chiefs? And if we were to choose the correct option, and then we will say it is option two for chiefs because it's one chief, more than one chiefs. And as you can see, our F, sorry, doesn't sound, it doesn't have a V sound. It's still F, like a soft F. So which means that all we do is we add an S. So well done. Option two is correct. All right, so now we're going on to the next one that says we need to form and use plurals of nouns ending in F, fe, o, and y. And if we look at the sentence, right, it says we're going to complete the sentence with the correct plural. It says before televisions became wildly affordable, Americans gathered around their radio. We're going to have to change that word to a plural to listen to their favorite program. Radio. We need to change that word to a plural form. One radio, two or more radios. How are we going to write radios? To show the plural form of radio. So how are we going to write the plural form of radio? One radio, more than one. What is the plural form of radio? All right, and if we were to choose, not even choose, if we were to write the word in the plural form of radio, then we will say it is radios. Because that is the plural form of radio. Radios. So all we do is we add an S. All right, it says giraffe have long necks and excellent vision, making it easy for them to spot danger from a distance. And if we were to write the correct word, then all we do is we add an is, and there we have the word already, giraffes. So there they already gave us the word giraffe. All right. So now let's go to our test where we're going to form and use plurals of nouns ending in F, E, O, and Y. We're going to use plurals. All right. Although donkey and zebras are different species, they can breed with each other. So, donkey, we need to write that word in plural form. Is it option one, donkeys, or option two, donkey? Which one is correct? To show there's more than one donkey. Option one, donkeys, or option two, donkey. So, option one, donkey, or option two, donkeys. All right, and if we were to choose the correct options, then yes, it is option one, which is donkeys. We only add an S to show the plural form. So one donkey, two or more donkeys. All right, the next one says before televisions became widely affordable, Americans gathered around their radios, or do we say radio, to listen to their favorite program. So now we need to give the plural of radio. Is it option one, radios, or option two, radio? So option one, radios, or option two, radio. And if we were to choose the correct one, then yes, radios is our correct option because we have one radio, more than one radios. All we had to do was add an S. Well done. Now it says tight calf can lead to pain or injury. So, stretching before a run or workout is recommended. If you look at the word calf, but now try to say it more than one, to refer to it as more than one. If the word changes from an F to a V, then we know it is one calf, two or more calves. Which one is correct? So, one calf, two or more calves. And if we were to choose the correct option, then yes, calves. It refers to more than one calves. Those, it's like your legs, just there behind your legs, right? So if you are running and you're not stretching, and then it can get stiff or painful, and it's extremely sore if it gets stiff. All right, let's look at two more and then we are done. In most table settings, forks are placed to the left of the plate, while knife, or plural of knife, and spoons are placed to the right. So, knife, what is the plural of knife? To show that there's more than one, do we say more than one knife, option one? Or do we say there's more than one knives, option two? So, one knife or two or more knives, option one or option two. And if we were to choose the correct option, we will say two or more knives. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on regular plural nouns, right? In our next lesson, we will continue on regular plural nouns. We will form plurals as well as form and use plurals. But for now, regular plurals is where we have, for example, two or more nouns. A noun names a person, animal, place, or thing. So plurals show that there's two or more of the people, places, animals, or thing, right? But if you, for example, either add s, es, or so on, you need to form a specific rule that shows that if you, for example, go from one thing to more than one, then we need to follow a specific rule by either adding dropping and so on. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on regular plural nouns. Thank you very much, grade sixes, for joining the class and for interacting. So, till next time, you should have a good day further. Goodbye.